Alright, still October the 30th, coming up on 3 o'clock p.m. More on squirrel population. This doesn't get talked about very much, but I believe there's something to it, okay? Anybody watching this video, if you've got cattle, if you've got goats, even horses maybe, goats. I got some friends over here that I hunt on. Got a lot of goats. I got a friend that lives across the road from them, has a lot of goats. So what happens when a mama goat is trying to deliver and it's real cold? Well, you know what can happen, right? Even a goat in a barn, that can be challenging. Now, the gestation period for a gray squirrel is, I think, about 39 days. The breeding season here, now, it's not all confined to just a few days, but what I've seen in the woods here, gray squirrels from about the 7th of December to about the 12th. That seems to be the primary time, based on what I've witnessed over the years here. Now, this date range could vary depending on maybe the latitude you're at in the United States, okay? And a fox squirrel, generally, they have one litter a year, and their breeding season, actually, believe it or not, coincides with the dates I just mentioned for the gray squirrel. Very, very, very close. Now, add 39 days to the date 7 through 12 December. What do you come up with? Do the math on that. It puts you into January, don't it? Well, last winter here, we really, truth be told, we had 2 cold nights. One was about 5 below zero. The other one was about 2 below. And we didn't even have any single-digit lows here. And we had very few nights where it got under 15 degrees during the wintertime. So what I'm saying is, squirrel population could be drove by an unusually hard, real cold snap. During that time when, we'll just say, the majority of these mama squirrels are trying to deliver. Meaning, some don't make it. Some mama squirrels are malnourished. Some mama squirrels might not even make it. So we had a mild winter here last year, but now we had a big walnut crop in here, probably the biggest walnut crop I've ever seen in my life. I would say if you add those two together, that's why we have a tremendous squirrel population here right now. Okay? And they're still eating those walnuts from last year. They don't go bad. It takes a while. Even laying on top of the ground. I know that because I've played with hickory. Keeping hickory in buckets. And busting them and giving them to this man to eat and testing them myself. So that's another driver for your squirrel population. Your January temperatures. Mid-month, give or take. See, squirrel season is still open when those mamas are delivering. Fat chance you'll catch one of them out hunting, though. They're pretty sly. Just like you won't catch many mama squirrels out here in August, the fourth Saturday in August when it opens. You won't kill very many female squirrels that are of age that's had young. You have to wait on up into September. And you won't kill many young squirrels here when the season first opens either. You have to wait up until September. Late September. So there's a lot of factors that can affect squirrel population. There's been a lot of squirrels in this county alone. I wish I knew how many gray squirrels have been run over since August the 24th. There's been about 7 in that road right there because I've seen them. The only problem is a crow makes a play on them pretty quick. So you can't even ride around and see dead squirrels in the road and say, well, that's all that's been run over, because a crow is just like a French fry. You throw a McDonald's French fry box out in the road, that crow will be down there quick, boys. They sharp. They don't miss a trick. And they love dead squirrels. I've not seen many hawks make a play on a dead squirrel, but in the wintertime when it's real cold, I've seen an eagle make on a dead deer. A carcass that I put back on the back side of this farm. I could see it out the kitchen window. An eagle. I don't know what happened to it, but it used to fly around here. But it didn't. This wasn't his home per se. It was back that direction. That's where everybody was reporting seeing it. It was about 0 that morning. And there was some dogs that had come by there, and he was sitting there waiting for them dogs to leave, and then he went down and started eating. I've even seen that eagle, believe it or not, on a dead coyote that I put up, that I killed and dropped up there too. Different year. It was cold. You know, I got a cat in a cage. Poor little fella. I don't know what happened to him. He's got something wrong with his brain, evidently. And I don't know what happened to him, and I've got him caged up. A cat and a squirrel have a lot in common, in my opinion. When the temperature drops, my cat eats a shitload more when the temperatures are highs in the 50s versus highs in the 80s. A shitload. Got to have that to make heat, to stay warm. You think about those squirrels when it's cold. They got to eat to stay warm. And that's why you'll catch them out foraging around. So that food is converted into heat. You know, they don't have heaters in them holes. They've got each other's about it. That's going to conclude the video.